Marhaba everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Senna. You were interested in seeing a Notion setup, my personal Notion, and also just a quick Notion tutorial. And so many people requested the video, so here I am delivering. Notion is just my way of being productive. I know there are so many different apps and tools and methods out there. This is just my personal method of staying productive and keeping everything put together in one, like, pretty much main system, where it just keeps track of things that are really important to me. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is my Notion homepage. This is pretty much what it looks like. And essentially you can think of Notion as your hub for all of your, apps in one space pretty much. So it's kind of like your notes app, your Excel sheet, your calendar. I just feel like instead of having 15 different apps, you just have one space where you can customize it. You can make it as complex as you want, or you can make it as simple as you want. It's really based on your personal preference. To preface this, I actually watched Cozy Games Notion video, and I used elements of her Notion template to help me with mine. I'm gonna leave her video link down below so that way you can see her Notion and her template if that suits your style better. So pretty much I really just wanted my Notion to be really simple, crisp, cozy, something that makes me feel super excited to go into it and, check things off my list. As you can see, this is my homepage, and for me, my homepage is pretty much like my basis of everything else. So that's just, like your town square pretty much. So for my main pages, I like to have a GIF right on the top. Because this is my homepage, I chose a cute, cozy looking home. Pretty much my homepage is just a really pretty, cozy vibe first page. It's like the entryway to my Notion. You have so many different options of how you can customize your page to look, I've seen people put like their Spotify playlist on their homepage. I've seen people put like specific quotes. So let's say you want to add a page. Adding a page adds a full page. So you see how I have my homepage right here? Adding a page adds its own separate page. So if you wanted to start off from scratch, you wanted to have your homepage right here, this is exactly what you would do. And then if you hover over the homepage words, you can add your icon, your cover, you can add a comment, and then you can choose how you want this page to be. Let's add this empty with icon. So this is how you choose your icon. You can add a cover. You can change your cover. Let's put this one. All right. So you have your cover, you have your little icon. Let's say you want to add a picture on your home page. You press the plus button and then you scroll down to media and then you choose your image. So they have images that you can choose. So let's say you want this one. And then that's how you get an entire image to be added onto your page. If you click here, it'll show that it's a calendar view. So this entire page is your calendar. It's not inline, so it's not just a part of the page where you can add something else. This whole thing is just a calendar. So let's say over here you wanted to add another page. Let's just name this Hi. So this page would be called Hi, and then you can add a gallery right here, and your gallery could be just a bunch of separate pages where you have your specific things. So you could have your gallery page that has your to-do list right here, and then this could potentially be your let's say you wanted this to be a calendar, so you can put, let's say you wanted this to be a calendar, so you can put your calendar right here. Let's say you wanted this to be a quote. You can add a quote right here. I just feel like this would be like a nice way if you just wanted one huge page with a bunch of different pages. And again, to add another page, you just add the plus. I'm just naming these something random, but here's another completely separate page. So you can add a timeline right here. Let's say you had an essay and it was due on the 7th. So you can see the date right here. If you click into it, it's 12/3 to 12/6. So, you know, that could be your timeline of when you're going to do the research for your essay, when you're going to, you know, write pages 1 to 2. I don't know. It's just a timeline to pretty much keep track of really important things. And I feel like this would be really helpful if you had a really big project you were working on and you wanted to break it up into smaller parts that are more digestible and easier to look at rather than looking at the big picture all at once. So I feel like that's where a timeline could be super helpful. Right here, you see how on the left side, it's kind of like really blank. There's no icons. If you wanted to add an icon, you could just, you know, add a random icon right here. And then you just personalize it however you want it to look like. And it just looks really cute. And it's like your own little personal touch to your Notion. And your homepage, again, you can have the cover right here. You can have your emoji right here. You can add a picture right here. You just click on the page to get this little type for commands thing. And then you click the plus sign. And then that's where you can add your audio. You can add an audio to your page, so whenever you open up your Notion, you can listen to a specific tune that makes you feel cozy and good. You can add a video, a web bookmark, you can add your image, and then an image could also be where you add a GIF. Let's say I wanted to choose this. I can upload this, and then this will upload right onto the page, and then I can just do this to make it smaller or larger, so I can really just customize it exactly how I want it to look. And I really feel like that's the cool thing about Notion. You can really customize it to what works best for you. And you can have a bunch of main pages for things that are very specific to you. You know, if you wanted to have a separate personal one where you have like a bunch of your personal files, you can have one where it's specifically just for school, one that's specifically just for work. I feel like you can really do so much with Notion. It's just takes a lot of dedication to just sit down and really get to know the program, to be honest with you. But yeah, you just customize it based on your own preference and based on what's going to help you be the most productive. So for me, it's just keeping it short and sweet, very simple, to the point. I wanted to add things that made me feel cozy, happy, comfortable, you know, just something I really like to look at pretty much. So I added a bunch of pictures, I added cute little GIFs. So I really wanted to make a subsection that was, you know, pretty much encompassing just the Notes app on your phone. Something very simple. You just go into it really quickly. You just jot down a note, you know, like filming a video. Just a very simple page. And as you can see, this page in its entirety is just a notes page. But what you can do is you can pretty much add something else to this page. So let's say you wanted to add a table. So you can add a table. And pretty much inline means that this table is a part of the page, but then if you wanted a full page, a table that's a full page, that means that entire page is just dedicated to being a table. So if I added a table, this is what it would look like. I can title it, you know, like let's say I wanted this to be a grocery list, and then I can pretty much add what I needed to add, and then it would be a part of that page. So this is actually one of my favorite pages. I use it most often. This is where I have my to-do list. I have cozy games, cozy technology, reading lists, journals, and then down here I have more coziness, where I have my routines, shopping and grocery list, money and budgets. You can add like a little title. That's what this is. And within Notion, you can, change the color. My color is brown. You can add comments to the page. You can move the page somewhere else. So let's say I wanted my to-do list to be under routines, like inside the tab of routines. I grab my to-do list and then I drag and drop it right under routines. So then, as you can see, it disappeared from the cozy things category. And then if I click routines over here, you can see that there is that subsection where I go to my to-do list. And then if you want to undo that, you just drag and drop it back to the category you want it to be under. If I go under to-do, so this is like my main to-do page, and under my to-do list, I have my goals, which I like to keep it, goals for the day. So here, look, checking off this goal, film Notion video. And then I put like a little note for myself. I put a little reminder for myself to make sure I also check my social media to-do list in case I have different goals. Usually these goals here are for house chores, things I need to remember to do around the house, or just my personal things. And then the social media to-do list will have to do with like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of those things. So again, I like to keep my pages pretty short and sweet. And then I have my online shopping list. These are pretty much things that I want to get, but I'm not in a rush to get them, and I just want to remember for the future. And then I have this home tab, which I haven't really used right now, but I decided to keep it in case I felt like using it in the future. I really liked it. I like some of the ideas on here. I just haven't gotten around to actually using it. But as you can see, there are things where you can have things inside the home, outside the home, and I just feel like this is super helpful. This is actually something that I got from Cozy Games Notion template. My next section is my Cozy Game section, and I just wanted this to be a table where I keep track of games that I potentially wanted. So as you can see on your tables, you can really make them however you want them. I wanted to put the name of the game, the console I would get it on, the price, progress, which is if I purchased it or not purchased it, and then extra information about the game. I was really noticing that I was using my notes app to kind of just keep track of all these things, and I just felt like this was such a nice way to organize everything and keep track. As I was saying before, so with this table, what you can do is you can add a section. Let's say you want an extra section, and this is the property type, and the property type, you can use it however you want it. So you can add a text, you can put numbers. So let's say you choose numbers, and then over here you can choose the percentage, US dollar, Canadian dollar, euro, pound, all of these things to just keep track of exactly what you need it for. I really like multi-select because it really helps with having a bunch of different options and just being able to really quickly navigate which one you want to choose. So for example, let's say I wanted to get a game, and for here, as you can see, like right here on console, I made that a multi-select. So let's say I wanted a game and I put down the name. I can click this menu and then I can pretty much choose, is it a game that I'd get for the Switch, PC, or iOS? And you can make these whatever you want. And then you can also customize the colors for them. So if you wanted to post a video, for example, you can put this video as filming Notion video. So instead of console, let's say you want to put it as you want to name it social media. Oops. And it's going to be your multi-select. And you can easily just rename these. Let's say you wanted it to be on Facebook. You can choose blue for Facebook. And then you can choose, let's say you want this to be red. You can make this Instagram. And then let's say you wanted to make this TikTok and you want it to be gray. So it'd be super easy because you can just go down to this menu and you can choose, okay, this is gonna be my TikTok video, for example. So that way everything's really nice and neat in its own category. Yeah, so I really like using tables. I feel like they're extremely useful. So moving on to Cozy Technology, I pretty much have this same concept with my Cozy Technology. So for me, I feel like I just really love tables. That's the main thing that I use with my Notion. Cozy Technology for me is just something that I see that I really want to get for the future. So if I see like a cozy lamp that I really like, if I see a projector I really like, I'll put the name of it, the price, progress again is if it's purchased or not purchased, and then I also like to add the link so I can just really quickly find it. These are mainly for things, again, that I just want to save up for my cozy little space. My reading list is a little bit more intricate. I decided to have a current reads table and then a book wish list. So for my current reads, as you can see, I recently finished Eleanor and Park. I actually read that again, so I can change this to completed. And then I'm currently reading The Hunger Games. And then I have my date completed here. And then this is for just like any extra notes I decide to put on it. I just feel like once I have things written down in a chart, you know, kind of holding myself accountable, I feel like my Notion is really just a bunch of tables, but I love it. This is what works for me. So again, your Notion should be something that works for you and that makes you super happy, cozy, comfortable, productive. I really like the idea of this. I did have a journal where I would handwrite my entries, but I'm just super busy these days, so I felt like having a journal where I can actually type out my thoughts, affirmations, crazy stories, you know, trip logs. I felt like this page could potentially be really useful. I personally just haven't gotten around to using it, but I feel like there are so many people out there that really benefit from having journals and really benefit from writing down their thoughts and writing things out. These are my daily routines. You can see I have my morning routine, my midday routine, and my evening routine. If I click on one of these, you can see that it's kind of like a page in and of itself within that page. Okay, so it's kind of like if you had a book and then you're putting a sticky note on the book that is like for something very specific. My next page that I actually really like and really appreciate is the shopping and grocery list page. And I'm going to show you why this is awesome. Let's say you need to go to Costco. All you have to do is click on the button and then you have your entire list right there. And then once you're done with the list, all you have to do is select all of them and then just delete them. And that's it. It's as easy as that. So that way you don't forget anything that you normally get. You don't miss anything. It's so easy. My next list, which I feel like a lot of people will really benefit from, is money and budgets. And again, I haven't used all of these sections, but I like to keep them because I feel like they will come in clutch later. I would use the bill section for just every month bills, and then charges are going to be for like the extra stuff that I would use per month. So now I have my social media, which is another favorite. I have a quick to-dos list, so just things that I want to jot down for the day that I want to get done. Really simple, to the point, just a basic list pretty much. And then after tables, I feel like this is my next favorite way to organize ideas for social media specifically. This is in board view. So I have the sections from like no status, not started, in progress, and completed. So for me, this is like little cards of ideas. So this is like where I can dump out any ideas I have. So here's could be my Film Notion video. So before I actually started filming this video, I can easily move this right here to not started, and then I can, you know, be able to figure it out. So this one could be like film your mukbang video. Your next one could be your Q&A. Okay, it's easy to put down one idea and then be able to make notes underneath it. So let's say I have my Q&A card right here. I can put down, I can make like a to-do list, for example. So put a poll on Insta, for example. I can put like, you know, ask me questions box. So that way I can keep track of my ideas, because sometimes you might have an idea and you're not exactly sure how you want to execute it. So I feel like these cards are really helpful in being able to help you filter out exactly how you want to execute something. So that's why I like to use it for social media. And then it's really nice to be able to like move these cards from not started to currently in progress. And then, you know, once everything's uploaded and good to go, you just like put it in the completed section. And it's just so nice to see all of your little accomplishments right there. I will leave a link to my Pinterest where I have my boards that have all of the gifts that I used, and all of these pictures right here. By gifts, I mean the anime gifts. These tiny little gifts that I used, honestly, I used Giphy.com. So you can go there and find whatever little emojis you want to add to your page. But I will leave a link to my Pinterest with all of these cute, neutral, toned aesthetic photos. And also all of the covers for my pages will also be in my Pinterest. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're new, don't forget to click the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!